Hello everyone, and welcome to this video. Do you want to improve your English? Today, we're going to learn 5 very useful words that will help you express yourself better. Shaky, numb, blasting, drought, and forsaken. These words are often used by native speakers and are great to add to your vocabulary. Are you ready? Let's start. The first word is shaky. This is an adjective, and it means trembling or unstable. We can use it to describe both people and objects. For example, if you've just finished a long run, you might say, "My legs are shaky." This means your legs feel weak and a bit wobbly. We can also use it in a more metaphorical sense, like when talking about something that isn't very strong or secure. For instance, the company's finances are shaky. This means the money situation is not stable. The verb form is to shake. For example, the ground started to shake during the earthquake. The past tense is shook. Next up is numb. This is an adjective that describes a feeling of being insensible or without feeling. We use it for both physical and emotional situations. Physically, if your hand gets very cold, it might go numb and you can't feel it properly. You could say, "My fingers were numb from the cold." Emotionally, you can feel numb after a traumatic event, when you feel like you can't experience any emotions at all. For example, after the bad news, he felt completely numb. The verb form is to numb. A common example is when a dentist gives you an injection to numb your tooth so you don't feel any pain. Now let's talk about blast. This is a word that can be a noun or a verb, and it has a few common meanings. As a noun, it means an explosion or a powerful rush of air. For example, you might hear people talk about a blasting wind, which means a very cold and strong wind. As a verb, it can mean to explode. For example, the workers blasted the rocks to build the new road. However, a more common, informal use is to describe playing music at a very high volume. If your neighbors are playing music very loudly, you can say, "My neighbors blasted music all night." The past tense is regular, blasted. Our fourth word is drought. This is a noun, and it means a prolonged period of abnormally low rainfall. In simple terms, it's a very long time with no rain. A drought can cause a lot of problems, especially for farmers and the environment. You might read in the news, "The long drought caused a lot of problems for the farmers." Since it's a noun, we usually use it with verbs like to be or to have. For instance, there was a terrible drought last summer. Finally, let's talk about forsake. This is a verb and it means to abandon or to leave someone or something. It is a strong, slightly old-fashioned word that has a more emotional feel than just abandon. It's an irregular verb, with the past tense being forsook and the past participle being forsaken. For example, a person might forsake their old friends to start a new life. This means they intentionally left them behind. We can also use it to talk about giving something up, like a bad habit or a belief. For instance, he decided to forsake his old ways. The past participle, forsaken, is often used as an adjective to describe something that has been abandoned, like in the phrase, "a forsaken castle." Now you know the meaning of these 5 powerful words. Let's quickly review them to make sure they stick in your mind. Shaky means trembling or unstable. Numb means without feeling, either physically or emotionally. Blast can be a noun meaning an explosion or a verb meaning to play music very loudly. Drought is a noun for a long period of no rain or a lack of something. Forsake is a verb meaning to abandon someone or something. To help you remember, try to create your own sentences with these words. This is the best way to make them part of your active vocabulary. In summary, learning new words like these can help you express yourself more clearly and confidently. The more you practice, the easier it will become to use them naturally in your conversations and writing. Keep exploring new vocabulary to continue improving your English.